What's up? What's up? So it is May 16th, 2024. It is Thursday, and we are looking at the opening bell and watching this meme craze kind of dwindle down to its last legs. Maybe, possibly. We're going to see this today. This morning is going to be a big indicator if it will continue or if it's going to slow down and go to back to what it was, and then they'll just wait for another day. Let's see. Right now we got GameStop at 33, and we got AMC approaching the 4s. So it's no good. It's not bueno, that's for sure. We would like bueno, but it's not bueno. So what we're seeing right now is the pre-market. Brutal. Yeah, 5% down. AMC, 44% down. 44.44%. 44 cents, so 8%. Sorry about that. So let's see what we're dealing with. I got my... All right, let me see if I can get this back. All right, and we got SHIB. The cryptocurrency market seems to be going up as of recently. SHIB was at 25. Bitcoin's at 66, I believe. 66. It reached a low of like 60 recently. The highest was like 72, something like that. But we did have a spike in pre-market right before it hit almost 40 closing yesterday. So it ended at 39.55. So it's not dead, but it's flipping and flopping, gasping for water right now. These two meme stocks that are started this whole craze. So let's see if I can get this all lined up. Come on. Let's get this going. We're going to see the demise of me this morning. What's going on? Maybe it's too early. I'm going to have to go back to sleep and then wake up again. But, well, we're going to see right now when the market opens. So we're 15 minutes away from market open. I always watch this every morning to see how crazy it gets. See if some of my stocks that I usually hold, if they maintain their normal or if they go up a lot. I got DJT, and that usually goes up a lot. It's been pretty consistent for me and making good profit, headed towards 100. That's what I'm expecting for DJT. It's at 52.51, but pre-market it's gone up to 53.05. So hopefully it just keeps going. But that's one of my main meme stocks. I got a little bit in GME and AMC. Not going too crazy because obviously it's very volatile. You got Google and Nvidia and all the main blue chip stocks going crazy so far with earnings, but that's not what we're looking at today. We're looking at AMC has gone under $5, so it started off at $3, and then it went up to an all-time recently of $12. So it tripled. GameStop reached 70, either $72 or $78. But right now, everyone is pulling their money. Let's see if it's if there's a trigger price at market open that just kind of takes this to the next level, because so far it's been devastating. It's been a tough morning if you have these stocks right here. So let's see if they can make something happen. I don't know. I don't know if this is the end. Put it in the chat if you think that this is the end of this meme craze that started on Monday with the originator of this whole meme stock craziness, Roaring Kitty, dropping a tweet and saying what he dropped like a cryptic tweet, and then we've been following it ever since. So it went crazy, rising just like it did the first time. They're calling this meme stock craze 2.0. So they thought this would be the second one, but in only 2 days, 3 days, it's fizzled out. Maybe the hands aren't as diamond as they were before in the previous craziness of last time. So we got 12 minutes left. We're going to talk about NBA playoffs that's going on. And yesterday, Luka and Dallas Mavericks go into OKC, and despite being the underdog, they looked like they were at home. I don't know if you guys were able to catch that, but it was pretty amazing to see what they're doing over there at Dallas. They look like their role players are really stepping up. So they win 104-92, and to be honest, it was pretty dominating. It wasn't much of a match. They tried to keep getting back in this, but it was not possible at any time. 10-point game. They cracked it down to 7 at one point, but nothing was dropping. They could not hit any threes for Oklahoma City, and that was killing them. I know that because I had them plus 8.5. It was right there. Come on, you're at home. Started off giving points, and then you're getting 8 points. You should be able to crack that in the playoffs, but they just were not able to hit any threes. It was pretty amazing. Chet Holmgren got his shot blocked, and he's 7'1", and that was at a critical time when they were making their comeback. SGA gets 30 points, and he shot 2 for 4 from 3-point land, but everyone else 2 for 8, 1 for 5, 2 for 8, 0 for 3. And then on the Dallas side, Luka with 31, but he didn't really play. They kind of let him rest a little bit. Obviously, you don't want to get him hurt. I don't know if he was hurt previously, but he was labeled, what's that called? Day-to-day or something like that, because he had an ankle twist, but he's always hurt. They always got him on the he might play, he might not play. PJ Washington, he had 10 points, and he had one of his he had 10 points, which was one of his worst games of this series. He's been the critical factor that kept them in all of these games. They have no answer for him. They're doubling Luka. They're guarding Kyrie as best as they can, and PJ Washington is getting open. So Luka took off for 31, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists, triple-double, and 41 minutes. So he played significant minutes, but if you watch the game, everyone else was just contributing like crazy. They had a mad pick and roll going with Kyrie and Gafford. So everyone. So it was Derrick Jones Jr. that blocked Chet Holmgren, and everybody knows that he is a former slam dunk. I don't know if he's a champion, but he... Oh, freak. What is going on here? Freaking ads. Here we go. So what are we at now? All right, we crept back above 5. Not bad. So we crept back above 5, and we got what is this? 34. I don't know if that 5 is going to stick. Is it an indicator that we are going to rise once the market opens in about 8 minutes, or does that mean that it's just one last breath? I hope we get it. Let's get it, right? As some people would say, let's go to, let's hit new highs. Let's get $12, $13, $14 for AMC. And I thought it was something remarkable when I think it's the CEO of AMC, he hasn't cashed out any of his stock. Not a single stock. Not one share, I suppose you would say. Yeah, he hasn't. He said he's going to roll with the apes. He's going to go ahead. And I thought with Kingdom of the Apes coming out, maybe that was some kind of motivator for people to start this meme craze of buying AMC stock, because it was going so fast and consistent. Everybody was jumping on board. But maybe you just had some people with a lot of money jumping on the bandwagon and going, manipulating the stock, manipulating us, and taking big chunks of profit. I don't know. I don't think so, because you still got this. You got a lot of people who believe in beating the big firms and pushing up value where they see value. So it could be that. But we're going to see today what happens at open. So we got, what was the other game for the day? Derek Lively Jr., Derek Lively II for the Dallas Mavericks had 11 points, and he was basically the clutch factor for the Dallas Mavericks that kept that lead, because he is like a 50-something% free throw shooter, and he had 11 points, but he hit his last 4 free throws, and by the look of his form, I don't know how he's 50-something%, because it was beautiful. Nice follow through everything. And me, I'm a lock when it comes to free throws. I'm a machine. That's what they call me out on the basketball court. They call me a machine, and I just follow through, bing bang. Let's see, and Josh Giddey finally had an all right game, but he averages, I think, 18 points. He only averages 12 apparently. I think is this playoffs? I swear he averaged like. Well, he's been doing poor basically. He's been non-existent. He had 11 points this game, but that's not good enough. He needs to step up. Someone needs to step up on this OKC team, because now they're going to head over to Dallas and try to defeat them there. I don't know if that's going to happen. The momentum is just crazy, but when you got two players that basically control your whole team, PJ Washington has been stepping up, and he might be that factor. So Boston moves on 4-1. I was pretty sure that they moved on, but Cleveland pretty much packed it in. There's not much of a series there. Once I saw Donovan Mitchell wasn't playing, it was like, what is going on? Are we even trying anymore? Is this just because he didn't play last game? He didn't play game 4 at home, and that was probably their last stand. That's what I would think. So Cleveland packs it in. Jarrett Allen didn't play any of the games, and that kind of killed them. I'm sure if your second best scorer doesn't play any of the games, he doesn't have the heart to come out on a broken ankle. Come on, you gotta come out and play for your team. But they also had, if Donovan Mitchell's going out, that guy got heart. He has a lot of experience. He's still young. He played at Utah for many years with Rudy Gobert. And speaking of Rudy Gobert, the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to be playing today. What is that spread? I don't know. Let me see. It went from -4.5 Minnesota to, and Minnesota's at home, so -2.5 to, -4.5 to -2.5. So I guess a lot of money went on the Denver Nuggets at +4.5. So I got Denver closing out the series, whether this game or next game. So I got them to win the series. I got some good money on that. That seems like a lock bet. Once I win that, I'm probably going to take it till they win the Western Conference Finals. I'm going with Denver winning it all, even though Boston's going to be super healthy and they're going to have a long time rested. I mean, they're going to have to go against the broken New York Knicks team, or I wonder if Julius Randle can come back if they stall it this long, but who knows, that they might mess up their momentum. But Boston is almost healthy. Kristaps Porzingis is going to come back. That's for sure. He'll be there in the Western Conference Finals, so they'll be at full health and rested. But that's just enough time for Jason Tatum to think and get in his own head, in my opinion. If you've been watching the show, I'm not a big Jason Tatum fan. He's great. He's a great player, but he's not a number one, and I don't think he can win the championship being the number one. Someone else needs to step up. Drew Holiday has NBA champion experience with the Milwaukee Bucks, so he brings that to the team, which Marcus Smart did not have. So it's possible. I could also see Indiana winning the Eastern Conference Finals against Boston. But I don't even know if they're going to make it anymore. All right, so we got 1 minute till market open, 1 minute and counting. So we got seconds. We're going to get to see what happens with these meme stocks, see if the craze is over, or if we can get it to higher highs. So like I said, I'm holding AMC and I'm holding that GameStop on top here. Let me get a better view of this. This is garbage. There we go. DJT coming back after, I think they hit 51.99. Now back to 53, reaching some positive territory, maybe because they're doing, we're market open. Here we go. Come on. Let's track the halts. Bing, 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 bing. All right, baby. Come on. Let's go. 34 and rising. Let's go. You know, if it gets too much momentum, they stop the buying of the stock. So let's see if the market manipulates it or if they let us run. They let us run, we got a chance. But if they do what they've been doing the past couple of days, it's only been like 3 days and 2 days where it's been downs. But every day they've been halting it like crazy. Well, it did it naturally. Halted and it's going back down. Come on. Let's keep that upward momentum. 34. Let's get out of this 34. Let's head to 36. Come on, baby. Let's get back into recognizable territory. 35. Let's go. All right. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You know what happened? You know what's been happening the past couple of days? I've been having Fear Factor on in the back, but I changed the channel. No more Fear Factor on in the back. We got Portlandia now. So let's see if that works. Let's see if the market responds to me changing my channel in the background. So 2473 in the crypto space. So it's going a little bit sideways. And DJT 53. I can't remember what it opened up at, but it's green, obviously. So no halts so far. No need for halts. It's not rising at that rate. We're actually dropping at the rate where they might halt it. So that's not good. Obviously, got to let it run for a little bit, but nothing crazy happening so far. All the focus on the blue chip stocks so far. Come on, baby. Round and round we go. Which way do we stop? Nobody knows. So I got a 7-game parlay that I'm working on right now, and it's on the last leg. I got advice from Mac about some soccer games, and we're on the last soccer game today, which is Cruz Azul versus, I can't remember what the other team is because I don't really watch soccer. I know a little bit about soccer, like the teams and the names. I've heard them, but I couldn't tell you. I just know I bet on Cruz Azul. So cross your fingers if that helps Cruz Azul. But 34 and rising. Come on, baby. Keep that going. So 0 halts within the first 4 minutes. Gosh dang. Seems like 4 minutes is like 50 hours. Let's sit back. Let's relax. Why are we stressing? Well, that's right, because we got money on this. So, but we got. So if I win that 7 leg, that would be pretty sweet. But they give me an option where I can just cash out whatever I got. Not obviously the maximum, but all 6 legs have passed of the parlay, and we're on the last leg of it. So it's kind of like a deal or no deal. They want to give me a deal for like, I don't know, 80% of my return, or wait for the last bet and get the whole return. And my boy, he's getting shaky legs about this game because he gave me the info on it, so he wants me to cash out. But I'm gonna let it ride. I mean, seven legs, and you're on the last one. Might as well. But I don't know if this GameStop and AMC doesn't go to the moon, then I might have to cash it out. No, I'm kidding. Believe me, guys, do not bet anything that you cannot afford. Do not put anything into the stock market that you cannot afford to lose. That is a no-no. That is a huge no-no. In fact, pick up 2 jobs if you want to do that, so that you have money to play around if you're doing that, and save the rest. That's the best. They're saying that they didn't come on for a lecture, I'm sure. But that's good advice. What can I say? That's good advice. I ain't gonna lie. I won't tell you guys something that I wouldn't tell myself or my kids. That's for sure. That would be wrong. And I have my morals, just like Michael Cohen has his morals. No, I wouldn't describe myself like Michael Cohen. Well, they got the Donald Trump trial today. Michael Cohen's on the scene. Michael Cohen is Donald Trump's a former lawyer who's turned against him, and now he's on the stand testifying against him. That's a little interesting. How often do you see something like that happen? Here, give me a second. I gotta go throw up real quick while this GameStop drops to 32. maybe Fear Factors. Maybe Portlandia is not the best. Maybe I have to find another channel. Yeah, this does not seem to be working. How about Storage Wars LA? That's a possibility. You know what my favorite is Shipping Wars. All right. Oh my lord. Dropping a 31.48. Where are the apes? Holy smokes. They're just going to let this drop to 0, huh? Oh, this is interesting. What just happened? So let's check out some of the comments from the people. They're not going to be too happy. So this is still top 10 on Wall Street Bets, obviously, both of them. Wall Street Bets is the Reddit site where, so obviously Hold seems to be some of the main ones. Market makers just fill out order of whatever price they want. Corruption. Told you bunch of dummy fanatics. And then a bunch of throw up emojis. So fair enough. I will buy this garbage at 188. Mark my words. I don't know how you would buy it at 188 if it's at 3 regularly. So maybe you're getting some kind of deal that no one else in the world is getting. Bag Holders 2.0, your hero effed you up. I guess he's talking about Roy and Kitty. And then the infinite short is actually finite. Laugh out loud. Every share you sell is another bullet they'll use to gun down the price. Okay. It's time to physically remove all high participants in Alphabet agencies, place them in a timeout while we have forensic audits done all over the country. I'm about ready. Holy smokes, who is this guy? Think he is. He thinks he's like the president or something, like he has the ability. So then these people freak out way too much. Maybe they put too much into it, but I'd be pretty pissed too. These fluctuations are so crazy, but you know what you're getting yourself into. I'm not done with it. If I was done with it, I'd pull out my stock, but I'm not done with it. I think that it's going to roll again. It's going to rise out of the ashes that it's in right now. Already back to 5. So that's a good sign. We definitely want to stay above 5. I want to stay above 6 too. Sometimes 4.91 support potential pullback to test resistance. Sometimes people act like they know things that I'm sure they have no privy of knowing. Time to start kicking in doors and burning SHIT down. Maybe they will get the picture then. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's someone who's losing a lot of money, or a lot of money proportional to them. But you said 100K a share. I'm confused. Wow, shots fired. Not cool, dude. I never said 100K that it's going to get there. But it has been at 100. I forget where it got the first time that these were running. Either it got to 70 or it got to 1. But Storage Wars LA seems to be working. We're back up into the 5s. Portlandia took us to the 4s, so let's go. We're not going to take it. Let's take it to some nicer music, some more fluffy music. Let's get the vibes in here. By the way, I'm going to be doing a show with for the French Open, and if you don't know what the French Open is, probably don't. So there's 4 major tournaments in tennis. Now, hold on for a second there. These tournaments are pretty darn exciting. You get like millions of dollars for winning it, and just for joining the tournament, you get hundreds of thousands of dollars. So what we do is we take the first round, which is like 64 players, and we analyze some of the best picks, put them together in the first round. So it's like 15 leg parlay on day 1, 15 leg parlay in day 2, and then we just watch it go bing, 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 bing. And the fun thing that me and the professor like to do is that we wake up early in the morning, because this is in France, hence the French Open. I thought it was Rome, but it's played on clay, and if you ever watch a tennis match on clay, it's pretty cool because they slide across the ground on top of the clay with special shoes to hit the ball. They slide this way. Yeah, it's pretty darn sweet. But we don't really even watch the games. We just watch the results, because it's kind of like March Madness, where you got 15 matches going on at the same time, and then you see which ones you have, kind of check mark those. But we're gonna release like our pick, and then you could follow along. You could so if you put $50 into it, the first day you can win like, I don't know, like 300 something dollars, 400 something, somewhere between 2 and 4. And then the second round, we just take whatever we won, subtract 50, and put it on the second day. So, and then let it go. First round, second round, third round, fourth round, and then finally the final. But if we've already made enough, maybe we don't bet on the finals, which are the harder ones to predict, of course. But in tennis, there's only really three male players that can win, and there's only like 2 female players that win. But female tennis, women's tennis, is a lot more. Machete turns 80 today. I just got the text. But women's tennis is a lot different, because it's like, it's not really that. You can't bet on it, because it's harder to predict. So the odds are a lot better for the favorites, but you could have the best lady going up against a mediocre woman, and the mediocre woman wins. And they only go 2 rounds, 2 sets. In men's tennis, especially, this is what makes it so special, is these majors. They have 3 sets in the majors as opposed to 2 sets. So 3 sets, the better of the 2 usually wins. So it's pretty darn exciting to watch, and you can get into it real quick. And if you get into it for the betting, you kind of start to enjoy the sport itself. So we've fallen under 5. We're in the 4s for GameStop. 32. What are we at down here? DJT just staying alive. Shib hanging out. So these are my favorites, but they're not doing so well. Let's check the GameStop. I don't know which way I would go on Minnesota and Denver tonight. What would you guys say is a good bet for that? Right now it's -2.5. I don't know if we're going to see that creep up, but I'm inclined to go with Denver money line. I just think they got enough to already won 2 games in Minnesota, and might as well see that now. If they're going to give it their best shot, and if not, they're going to take it home and then play. But I wouldn't risk going to Game 7, having Anthony Edwards on that high of coming to Game 7. He's a killer. He's a killer for sure, and you gotta believe that Anthony Edwards is going to get under his team's skin. I seen him yell at Cat and get him going. But Rudy Gobert is just a big cancer on that team. I think he's awful. You got to take the 2.5 with Denver. They've already won 2 games in Denver. They're at full strength. I have to check that out, see if they're at full strength, but I'm almost sure. So yeah, Minnesota and the Wolves. Minnesota and Denver today. Jamal Murray, calf, game time decision. Curious to see what happens there. Mike Conley, he didn't play last game. He's a game time decision. So does Mike Conley make that much of a difference? Is he the reason they lost last game? I don't think so. I think they didn't want him going on the road. If he's injured, just bring it home and play a good game. Anthony Edwards didn't have a good game either. He had 43 on the last game, home game, Game 4, and nobody really helped him out. But everybody on Denver is just hitting all cylinders. They're champions. What can you say? Can't say anything more than that. If I was a betting man, which I am, I would put my money on Denver plus 2.5, and I probably will. I might just play them live, see if I can get a couple more points. It started off at 4.5. Oh no, it didn't. I think it right when that first game ended, it was 4.5, but it's been at 2.5 for quite a while. I don't know. Do you think that's fair? Who do you think is going to win the championship? I'm tempted to just put my money on the championship game, on the outcome of that. So right now we're kind of in a stalemate. I much rather have that than dropping precipitously. Let me know in the comments if I use that word right, precipitously. I'll have to look that up later, but no time for that. That's not good TV. So 32-40, 49-50, kind of hovering. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, okay. So I don't know if you saw this this story about, where is it? Uh-oh. Well, I don't know if I seen that story because I think I lost it. Stormy Daniels' husband shares what they will do if Trump gets acquitted. That's not good. I have reason to believe that's going to be something in the film industry. But where is it? Holy smokes. I was looking at this hilarious article yesterday about this heiress. She's worth like $3 billion and she got kidnapped, and she's got her pronouns, which is cool and everything, but then they write the article and it sounds so ridiculous. It's like they got kidnapped from there, and then the mom went to go look for them. And I'm trying to read it and I'm trying to figure this out, but you have to kind of think about it, do a double take and think about it again when you actually see this in the grammatical sense putting down on a news article. I thought that was pretty. 48. When the heck did that happen? Nobody told me. Gosh, dang. See, that's what happens when I look away and take my attention off. Well, so far, this opening bell has been a disaster. Or is it? See, we got to look at this the other way. Maybe it's setting up for a trigger price of 4.8. Once it hits 4.8, bam, to the moon. right? Isn't that what the kids say? To the moon? Let's see. What the freak? 40. If I see GameStop go under 30, that's going to be real disgusting. That's going to be sick. Not in the positive way either. We have to see some upward movement, but everybody's got shaky hands. Everybody's got cold hands. It seems like the only one holding is me. What's going on out there in the world today? No loyalty. These kids. Let's see. All right. Let's see how much money I've lost. Okay, I can still live with that. That's positive. That's not devastating, but it's getting pretty close. Not devastating. I don't want to use those words, just like not positive. Obviously not what any of you guys are looking for. So it's kind of when you play in a stock like GME or AMC, it's kind of like you're playing the lottery, and you have better chances of doing this than winning the lottery. That's for sure. Because there's the value of the product. GameStop, I don't know if you've been to a GameStop lately, but they're not doing so crazy in business, and neither is AMC. They're not making this kind of money. This drives up their market value to the billions. And I know that the AMC CEO said that he is not cashing out any of it. So that should motivate, I would think, people buying the stock, if the people up top, but you can't tell what big money firms are doing. I mean, I guess you could investigate a little bit more, but obviously they're not worth billions of dollars market value. In fact, GME was going out of business before they saved it with this meme craze. So, and then we got SHIB. I think this weekend is a good weekend to buy SHIB. I'm feeling a lot of momentum. Obviously, Bitcoin is going. Bitcoin is going to 66, and I think that it's a cryptocurrency weekend. Last week was all right, and the week before that was poor, but gotta wait it out. Eventually, something's gonna click, and I think it's something about the summer that gets people feeling like, I don't know, maybe they're getting their tax returns back or something like that. But I always see it clicking around this time. I haven't even done my taxes yet. I got an extension on that. I need to get that done. That's kind of late. Hopefully I get some money back. It just goes into gas and groceries, so what the heck? That's not going to help. You know what would help is if AMC went to the moon, right? That's positive. Here we go. What did I say that made this go up? All right. 49. We're approaching $5 again. Is this the movement that we need to see? Can we take it to the next level? 32 is pretty poor for a GameStop. Reaching 7 o'clock, almost 30 minutes into the trading session, and we are down, people. We need to see some green for once. This is starting to get disgusting, although it's been like 2 days. It's getting very disgusting. We need to see some positive. We need to see some green. DJT, falling below 53. That's not positive. Let's check some of the comments. So blatant, corrupt political influence. Nunes is Madoff on steroids. Oh, geez. Yeah, on DJT, we got a lot of haters fighting their political problems inside of a stock. So I find that hilarious because what does that have to do with that? Nothing really. But I find it fun. That's really fun to read. For the dumpsters, what's more important, your freedom or the economy? Okay. All right. So these people don't even hold any stock, yet they come into the stock page and they air out their grievances. I guess vice versa, the supporters come, but at least they're holding stock. So this guy says pop up. This guy says many people saying CEO Nunes using blatant corrupt influence. Kenny start pull strong already. Could find support at 55, now trying at 52. I don't have any problem. I don't think that's going under 50. Oh, freak. Here we go. What's up, player? Where you been?
What do you know about stock?
What do I know about stock? Stock good. Stock good. Me like stock. Yeah, I own GameStop and AMC, so that's what I know.
Isn't that like 3 years old or 4 years old?
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, 3 years old, but this is 2.0. So we had the guy who kind of so on Monday, the guy who started the whole craze the first time, he released a tweet that was kind of cryptic, and everybody took it as he's getting back into it. So it went up GameStop went up like 200%, and then AMC went up 300%, like right on Monday. And then
just like last time.
Yeah, and then it persisted on Tuesday, but then it's been going down the past 2 days, and now it's kind of so. Yeah, it's still up like I don't know, like 80%, both of them.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to document, see if it's going to happen again. At the same time, talking sports. So I thought that might be pretty cool to follow along if something special happens. But it looks like the only thing special here is me.
In a good way or a bad way?
Let's say a good way. What are you up to? What are you doing up so early? You packing to go camping or what?
No, I just woke up.
Are you packing to go to a graduation or something?
No.
You gonna stay over there?
Or you're not
no. Are you going this weekend or no?
Yeah, but I'm leaving Saturday morning.
Oh, freak! You're doing it the hard way. That's who you should be following. See, you guys out there in the world, you shouldn't be following me. Follow this guy, the professor. He saves all his pennies. He's a penny pincher, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's how you get the real riches. Unless AMC goes to the moon, then I'll be talking down to this fool.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, don't follow this guy, follow me. But what do you think about Denver, Minnesota tonight? So it's -2.5. What do you take?
Great, man. I think they're done.
Oof. Yeah, no, it's a tough one. So Conley probably is going to play. I would say Conley plays. This is his last chance. How old is that guy?
I think it said he's like 35 or 36.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he's pretty much done. He might come back because there's a positive. His team's really good, but he's getting up there, man. Is he a starter much longer?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah. So would you take the -2.5 or you take the +2.5?
Probably the minus.
Gotcha.
You don't really gain
Take-
much with 2.5 unless it's like a last second, even a last second shot. Like a
But wouldn't you in that sense take the plus 2.5? If it's a 1 point game and it comes down to free throws, or something like that,
But that's the
this
only
could be
way
a
you would
nail
take the
biter.
points.
Well, I wouldn't give the points. I almost lost with Boston Cleveland. You know that. You remember that. Freaking Boston. They suck.
No, they won by like double digits at the end. It was just close
It
the
was
whole game.
close. My butt was tight. I gotta be honest with you. Okay, let me ask you another question. What do you take? You take Cruz Azul minus the 0.5, or you take Morelia minus 0.5?
I have no idea.
Well, I got Cruz Azul today. Yeah, what time does that game start?
Probably the same time as the other one, like 7.
Oh, freak. I'm thinking about live streaming that one.
Oh, don't do that.
No?
No, you're gonna bore everybody.
You think Chang would come on?
Um,
Probably. He's going to be watching that
maybe
game anyways, right? Isn't that what they do?
he could be.
Yeah. He was watching the game yesterday, but that's America and Chivas, right? That's huge for
Maybe.
Mexican Liga XL or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think is going to happen in this New York game? Do you got any take on that? So that's
I don't
on
know.
Friday. It's minus 5.5 Indiana.
I guess. I think they're going 7.
Yeah, I couldn't see it any other way. When you think of New York Knicks, Indiana Pacers, you always think 7 games. I mean, just from the past. But these 2 games seem to emulate the same energy as the Reggie Miller and John Starks,
the old
Patrick
school
Ewing.
one.
Yeah, I feel like I'm watching this whole series. They also had, a tough series back then with the Knicks and the Heat. Those were excellent series back then. You were probably like, what, 5 when that was going on?
In the 90s, yeah, I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah. So you probably don't remember that. But if you go back and watch that, gosh dang, they were brutal series. They literally fought. They would literally fight. Jeff Van Gundy was being drugged by, I don't know who it was, Anthony Mason's leg or something like that to try to stop him from fighting. And the coach grabbed onto his leg and he's dragging him across the court. Have you ever seen that?
No.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Now wasn't Pat Riley like the Knicks coach or something, right?
I think Pat Riley was the Heat coach, something like that. Yeah,
he was
yeah,
a
yeah.
Knicks coach before, right?
He was a Knicks coach.
I know
And
he
he
was
was
like the Knicks and the Lakers, right?
Yeah, he was a Lakers coach for sure. Didn't he win a championship with the Lakers? Yeah, with Magic, I think.
I'm pretty sure.
See, that's when I was 5 or 6. Yeah. Now we're really going in the past. Did you ever watch that HBO series, Magic, the Lakers, whatever they called it?
No,
On
the winning
HBO?
time? Yeah, winning time.
Yeah.
I saw one episode, I couldn't really get into it.
Yeah, I couldn't really get into it either. I didn't really care. But I did witness the finals between Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson. Yeah, and I was like, I have to see this. They're always talking about Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. I have to see this. And I went and watched it, and I wasn't too interested. I didn't appreciate it at the time, so whatever.
Yeah.
But I did watch it, so that's pretty cool. So you're saying... Oh, go ahead.
The first like finals I think I really watched was the Shaq and Kobe ones.
Oh, okay.
I think it was against like the Nets.
That's garbage. That's garbage series. But did you watch those Kings Lakers series?
I don't really remember them, but I probably watched them.
Do you believe? Have you ever gone back and looked at it? Do you believe those games were fixed?
I haven't like looked back on it, but I've seen like the highlights and the the free throws, and even the
Yeah,
one guy said he did fix them. Was it Tim Donahue? Tim something
yeah,
like that.
Tim. Yeah, Tim Donahue said he said something about it. I'll have to go back and look at what he said exactly. But if Tim Donahue is reffing one of your games, it's fairly sure that something's going on that ain't right. So I wouldn't want him reffing my community basketball league. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just want to be clear for all the people in watching the show. You're saying you guarantee Indiana minus 5.5.
I don't guarantee -5.5, but I guarantee that they're gonna win.
Ooh, I like to hear that. Oh, let me ask you a question for my Cruz Azul 7 leg parlay. Do you think I should cash out the 80% or should I wait for the 100%? What do you think? I know you don't know
Well,
anything about Cruz Azul, neither do I. So it's kind of like I don't know because it's like minus 176 for draw or win. So it's the odds makers are saying it's a good bet.
they just have. Well, I think they're on the road, so technically that's like
Yeah.
not good. But
Yeah. But don't most soccer games end in a draw?
most of the times, yeah.
Interesting.
So
So what's your
statistically,
advice?
you're. I guess either you could let it ride, or I don't know. Could you hedge it?
I could hedge it, but it's the same money hedging it as I would get if I cashed out. So I think that's why I
Oh,
calculated. They calculated, okay, if he hedges it, how much would he get? Let's just offer him that. So
yeah.
it's kind of interesting that they allow you to hedge it out. So for
That they
example,
that they off. Yeah, I've
yeah,
never seen that before.
me either. It must be a new thing that they're adding, but also the Denver one that I made. So I bet $2,000 on the series, right?
Oh, is it the series? I thought it was on the game.
No, it was on the series. I wasn't sure
Oh,
about the game, but I had strong feeling that they could go to Minnesota and win another game if they needed to. But I didn't know who was going to win that game five. So I
okay.
didn't. Yeah, I wasn't that confident. So I went the series. But they're offering me 2,500 to cash out, and if I win, I get a total of 31. So that's kind of interesting. I could take it right now with a $500 profit and put it on today's game. Yeah, maybe that's too much math for you this early in the morning, huh?
I think. Well, I think
I feel like they closed it out today, right?
they could obviously lose it, but I don't know. I think they're kind of like their soul's been taken away.
Exactly. And they're gonna. I think Minnesota's gonna give it a go. But if Denver just starts hitting shots, I think you're gonna see their soul just leave their body, and it's gonna be non-existent. I
Yeah.
mean, look at OKC yesterday. Did you watch that game? They just could not hit a shot. They had no soul,
Well,
and they would get.
the problem with they can't make a three if their life's dependent on it. They can't. They have no shooting.
You didn't think it was part of their the rotation defense was really good for Dallas.
I think that, but I think they kind of know they're like, all right, let them shoot. Let's uh let's
Yes.
uh let's crowd the paint. Because the only
Yeah.
one that could shoot a three or create their own shot is Shea. Like
Yeah.
everyone else can't. Like Flu Dort, if he makes a three, I'm like, oh snap, he made a three. I don't expect
Yeah.
any of them to make the threes.
Yeah. Yeah. So Dort went 2 for 8, and what's his name? Jason or Jalen? Jalen Williams. He went 0 for 3. Chet Holmgren 1 for 5. Isaiah Joe, 2 for 8.
And
So
then Giddy, he's scared to shoot threes.
Giddy is scared to play at all. I don't know if he's like got some warrant out for his arrest and he's been playing with a tight butthole, but that
I
kid
know
is
why he's playing bad.
why.
Because he wants to play bad so they could send him to the minors.
Oh, I know you didn't come up with that. I know you
I
didn't
saw it
come up with that.
online. I saw
That's
it online. I started laughing.
that's hilarious. You set that up well.
Uh,
Yeah, that's
but
hilarious.
they can't shoot. They can't create their shot. Like Luka can make the shot.
Oh
Kyrie can
yeah,
just like go get a shot. Even
yeah,
PJ Washington could get a shot.
yeah, absolutely. And they've been playing a mad good pick and roll. So I wish there was a stat with how many alley oops they threw yesterday because it was Lob City yesterday.
Oh, especially to that lively guy. He's just like
Oh yeah,
dunking the crap out of.
and he was so scared to go to the free throw line, but he did really well there. I'd like to see what he hit for free throws. So free throw wise, Derek Lively went. He played really well. He hit 5 for 6, and he shoots 50%, and that was in clutch time.
Well, he's a rookie, so I guess they thought maybe the rookie jitters would get to him.
Did you ever see him play at Duke? He went to Duke, right?
Yeah, I can't say I watched a lot of college basketball.
Yeah, that's interesting too, because Kyrie went to Duke for 1 year, right?
Yeah, I saw Kyrie play. I remember him.
So
But that
Kyrie
was
to
like,
Lively.
but, uh, but that was before the G League and all this like crap.
Yeah, yeah. So it's pretty. It looks like Dallas is gonna go home and take the series. I mean, would you say that's pretty much a done story?
I think well they should have won the last game, but they choked. I think
Exactly.
it's over. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're
So
too young and yeah.
yes. So Shea, yeah, he was playing out of his mind. But every time someone looked like they had the ball, they looked like took one look at Shea, and then they were going to shoot the three. And by the time they're back looking at shooting the three, it was too late. So they were all scared to shoot the three.
Yeah,
Because
and
yeah,
only Shea could create a shot or do something with it.
exactly. He was literally just dribbling around for like 19, 20 seconds, and then he would pass the ball to someone because they were doubling him, and he was trying to get through, but he couldn't. It got real ugly and one dimensional, and then Lou Dort was throwing up shots that were like to the ceiling. Did you see that?
I saw. I didn't watch the whole game because after a while I was like, they're not gonna win. This game's
Yeah,
just because the last game. That's what I thought was gonna happen. The last game because the last game they couldn't make any threes, but the
yeah,
freaking the Mavs kept missing free throws.
yeah. Well, I had the OKC plus 8.5. So I'm thinking, and this was third quarter. So I'm thinking, okay, they're going to come back. They're going to start hitting some shots. And they did have one run, but they couldn't do anything. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And the crowd was getting into it. They were chanting OKC, but it was okay. It was no K yesterday.
It was a big O.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's -4 Dallas at home. What would you take if you had to pick a side, OKC or Dallas?
I probably pick Dallas.
Dallas -4?
I think so.
You heard it here, the professor and his lock picks.
Yeah, 'cause I
Lock
don't think
it
they're.
up.
I don't think I can't see it going 7.
Not with the way they're playing. Yeah.
No.
Any last football takes before we sign off? Anything that
Um,
you've seen in the schedule that was pretty exciting?
I saw the the I guess they're screwing the NBA over
Why do you say that?
because I guess their Christmas games they're gonna do the Christmas games on Netflix and it's gonna be on a Wednesday.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
And it's like
Yeah,
when does the NFL play on a Wednesday, especially Christmas? That's like the like last year it made sense. Oh, it's like on a Monday, you could do Monday night. You could do a bunch of Monday games.
yeah. I don't know what my family's gonna do. Wednesday is the one day during football season that I can spend with them for sure. No college,
Uh,
no NFL. You know.
there's like an occasion. There's the basketball games, but you could like pick and choose. And now it's like, and it's on
Yeah,
Netflix, so
and
you
you can
could be
watch
like, oh,
basketball with the family, right?
yeah. You could be like, oh, let's watch some Netflix. You throw it on Netflix. You want to watch some football? It's like, oh, jeez.
I don't think I want my football on Netflix. You know, Amazon's worse, bad enough, let alone putting it on Netflix. You shouldn't have to pay
Yeah,
for football. You know,
that's how it's gonna be like in 10 years, bro. You're gonna have to need all these subscriptions.
yeah, yeah. Well, why wouldn't they just put it all on NFL Network and make people like kind of like the Zone does? You know, or
I don't think it'll
UFC.
people.
It, UFC does the same thing too with ESPN, don't they?
They do, but they like to hoard themselves out and make a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah. NFL it just knows what they got, and they're like, let's get whatever we can get. They're not messing around.
Yeah.
They sold their soul to Taylor Swift. Anything that you've seen with the schedule, the that you like, any Monday night games, or did you really get a chance to analyze it?
I haven't really looked at it.
We're gonna have Rashi Rice on the show next week
Oh snap!
in
You could tell
studio.
us. You could tell us. Are you not from a jail cell?
Yeah, no, yeah, he's gonna call in. Him and Suge Knight. Yeah. Any other football stories? CC, I guess CC, is she the GOAT still to you?
Well, I saw they like they had like the most views in like for a WNBA game in like 20 years.
Yes. Yeah, I heard
So
that too. That's pretty
so
good for
she's
them.
yeah. I think they have another game today actually.
I think they're the best team in Indiana right now. Yeah, because the Pacers sucked it up last game. I don't understand that. I lost some good money on that. I would have. I felt no way that the Knicks could have won that last game. No way. I they're hobbling. Jalen Brunson is
Brunson.
is playing on like one leg, and he's still quicker than and getting all his points. I don't understand it. But hopefully it goes to game 7 and we get a really good game 7. I could see that. Hopefully that would be on Sunday morning or something and we could live stream that. That would be pretty fun.
Yeah, I think their game 7 will be Sunday.
I think the ratings are down for NFL. I mean, for NBA. But look at it. If you're looking from the casual fan, there's nothing for you to watch. You don't know anybody. What are you going to look? Shy Gigi Alexander? You know, it's
Well,
just like, I
LeBron
don't
and Curry and all them are out.
exactly. I don't think there's anything for these, for the casual fan to kind of grasp onto. Maybe New York, but then even if you're looking at the New York team, you're like, Brunson? Who's Brunson? Vincenzo? I mean, even if Julius Randle was playing, there's no cure for that, I don't think.
No.
So, yeah, these ratings are going to kind of tank. And if we get a finals, even Boston and Denver won't be, you know, I don't think would get huge ratings. Do you think?
They'd be better off with the Knicks.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, man. If you got the
Against
Knicks into the
Denver.
finals, gosh dang, Knicks against anybody, just New York, that market is so crazy. Everyone would grasp onto that. But
Yeah.
we're still talking about basketball. Anything else? Anything else you want to say before you go?
No, that's about it.
All right, player. Until tomorrow, hit that subscribe button, like, bam, bam, bam. See you at 6 in the morning, right, Professor? 6 in the morning.
Yep.
All right, player. Peace.
All right, peace.